Sensex ends 346 points lower, Nifty at 25,355. TCS shares muted ahead of Q1 results. Sensex today. Indian equity benchmark indices ended lower on Thursday, as investors remained cautious ahead of key triggers including clarity on U.S. President Donald Trump's evolving tariff policies and the domestic June quarter Q1 FY26 earnings season. Sentiment was further dampened by weakness in IT stocks ahead of Tata Consultancy Services TCS quarterly results, due later in the day. The BSE Sensex declined 345.8 points, or 0.41%, to close at 83,190.28, while the NSE NIFTY 50 dropped 120.85 points, or 0.47%, to settle at 25,355.25. Broader markets also mirrored the weakness, with the Nifty Midcap 100 slipping 0.32% and the Nifty Smallcap 100 losing 0.3%. Among sectors, Nifty PSU Bank and Nifty IT were the top laggards, each falling 0.8%. IT stocks remained under selling pressure amid investor nervousness around TCS's upcoming earnings report. Other sectors such as auto, banking, energy, financial services, FMCG, pharma, healthcare, and oil gas also ended in the red. However, there was some resilience in select pockets. Nifty Metal, Realty, and Consumer Durables indices managed to close with gains. Within the Sensex pack, 22 of the 30 constituents ended in the negative zone. Bharti Airtel, Asian Paints, Infosys, Bharat Electronics, Tech Mahindra, and Eternal were among the top losers, declining up to 2.6%. On the other hand, Maruti Suzuki, Tata Steel, Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv, and Trent were the top performers. Meanwhile, the India VIX, a measure of market volatility, dropped 2.24% to settle at 11.6 points, indicating a slightly calmer undertone despite the broader weakness. Asia-Pacific markets were largely mixed this morning as investors reacted to fresh trade tensions and cues from the U.S. Central Bank. U.S. President Donald Trump escalated trade measures by raising tariffs on Brazilian imports to 50 from 10, effective August 1. In a letter, he criticized the trade relationship as very unfair and cited Brazil's legal action against former President Jair Bolsonaro as part of the motivation behind the tariff hike. The minutes from the U.S. Federal Reserve's June FOMC meeting revealed that most Fed officials see a rate cut as likely later this year, although the committee remained divided. While some members advocated for a reduction as early as the next meeting, others felt rate cuts may not be needed at all in 2025. The Fed also noted that inflation from tariffs may prove limited or transitory, and while trade and geopolitical risks persist, overall uncertainty has eased slightly compared to the last meeting. Swipe left for next video. In regional markets, at the last count, Nikkei was down 0.39%, while the Topix fell 0.48%. South Korea's Kospi rose 0.91%, and ASX 200 was up 0.65%. On Wall Street, major indices ended higher on Wednesday. The Nasdaq Composite climbed 0.94% to close at a record 20,611.34. The SP 500 rose 0.61% to 6,263.26, and the Dow Jones added 0.49%, to finish at 44,458.30. Latest blogs.